Hello, we are here with a very new thing for us, and especially for me. This is the Imperfect Recyclist here with my wonderful co host, Tyler. Say hi, Tyler.
Hi, and I like the way you introduced me as wonderful. Never heard that before.
No, you haven't. I mean, first time for everything, I guess.
Exactly. I kind of hope this carries on.
Yeah, you're pushing your luck a little bit there.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's a key thing we say here in Thai. So we thought Imperfect Recyclist, we've completely changed from Recycle AFC. We're creating a new page in the recycling social media for me, I guess. I don't really know how to describe it, but we thought a podcast, you can hear us, and Tyler does everything with me anyway for my recycle page. So I thought I might as well bring him along for the podcast as well.
Yeah, just one of the many perks of knowing Victoria Starris. You get to do a lot with her, which is always fun.
Never ends.
Nah, never.
No, so I am obviously Vicky, the Imperfect Recyclist, and I created this page. Must have been December of 2018, the Instagram page, which was originally known as Recycle underscore AFC, for Action for Change, which was a girl guiding project. And recently, like this month, like not even a week ago, I changed the name. We've been thinking about it for a while, and we decided to go with Imperfect Recyclist because I think it is so fitting with the brand and who I want to represent for myself because no one is perfect with their recycling journey, and I've always said that from the beginning. I just want to appreciate and shout out how much Tyler has improved since I've met him, haven't you?
Yeah, all those 6 months ago. Um, yeah, I've changed a lot in my daily life of how much like single-use plastics that I use. I think before I met Vicky, or 6 months ago, I was using about maybe 15, 20 bottles every 4 days out of bottled water. Um,
How
and I
much
didn't.
money was that?
Well, we normally, well, let's say 12 bottles, 12 500 ml bottles was about £2 to £3 roughly. So if you do that like over 4 weeks, it adds up over a yearly basis. So, and at the end of the day, I was losing money. And then Vicky came along,
Hello.
my absolute little savior,
Oh,
um,
cute.
and me a water bottle, and not I don't want to say forced because forced isn't the right word. She
Guided.
persuaded,
I
per,
guided you in the right direction.
you persuaded me to try tap water. So when I went to hers, obviously before the pandemic and all this,
This was like
um,
back in December, can we point out?
yeah, December 15th, I want to
That
say.
wasn't the day you got your bottle. It was probably after Christmas. It took a little persuading and a lot of hard work. But I was like, right, we're in Asda. Let's find a bottle you want. It wasn't expensive, so if you are using single use, you can change for not an expensive bottle. Like the my dream bottles are hydro flask and they're like £30 upward, but I don't have one. I think the most expensive bottle I own is £10. You have one which is £3 as your most expensive.
Uh, yes, I do, and I'm getting a bit of a collection now. I've got 3 water bottles now, so I'm getting a bit of a collection, like Vicky.
It becomes a
Um,
like obsession, I'm not gonna lie. Everywhere I go I see a really beautiful bottle and I go, you know what, I really like that one. I want it, but then I'm like, do I need it because I've already got enough? And then I'm like, yeah, because I can use this one for juice, this one for this. This can be my work bottle because of the type of lid. I just like need a bottle for everything, I think. And I really want one of the double walled ones, you know, the one that keeps your hot drink hot for 24 hours and your cold drinks cold for 48. They're like, I might be lying. I think it's 12 and 24. I don't
Yeah, it's
remember.
12 and 24. It's not quite 2 days.
I can dream.
Right, should we get into the topics we're going to talk about today then?
Ah, of course. What should we start with? There's so much to talk about in the like recycling, eco, zero waste, plastic free community. It's such a vast amount. So these podcasts are definitely going to be brilliant and action packed. And if you ever want to come along on a podcast or even have your say on what we talk about and have got a really important topic you want us to talk about, you can get in contact with us on the comments because this is on obviously a YouTube page, brand new for today. My Instagram, which is Imperfect Recyclist, and obviously our Facebook page as well.
And don't forget our email, imperfectrecyclist@gmail.com.
Oh, that's very new. Is that from today as well?
Yes, I set that up today. Set that up myself.
Oh, I am so excited. This is becoming so great. We have so many like long-term projects, like eventually merch. We have been discussing it recently. We have got me and you, thanks to Tyler, have got the only Imperfect Recyclist pin badges in the world, and they look so good. I haven't been given mine yet, but I'm waiting for the day, and I'm like it's like Christmas to me getting a badge. I generally can't wait.
You're so cute. Right, I think the topic we should talk about to start off with is one of our latest purchases that we made together.
Ah, I love this one. We were in Aldi together and we were in the
Yes,
shop and it wasn't down the middle aisle, but I do love a good middle aisle purchase. I think there's
obviously.
so much down there. I just love it all, like Harry Potter stuff, and it's such good quality. I think they've got a den making kit out at the moment. I might have to pick one up. I don't have space for one in my garden, but I might just get it because it's down the middle aisle.
And just because you can.
You know, Matt, I've got an addiction. It's really unhealthy.
But come on, what about our latest purchase?
It was bamboo toothbrushes, a twin pack. How much was it?
I think this was £1 something. One
One
pound.
forty nine, I believe,
Yes, it was 149.
for a twin pack. Let's just say I worked out the price of the Colgate ones, which are by obviously the most well known dental hygiene brand, and a twin pack from them is £6. So I managed to get in Aldi 4 bamboo toothbrushes and 2 tubes of the Colgate toothbrush for the equivalent of 2 of the Colgate bamboo toothbrushes, which I think is a little bit of a steal.
Yeah, I'd say so. Because these are, I have opened them up. I haven't used one yet, but I have opened them up and I've had a feel of what they're like, and they do feel like very, very good manufactured toothbrushes. It's not to the fact they feel flimsy; they feel really, really good in your hand, and I think that's quite a big thing when you're using a toothbrush.
Yeah, with obviously the bamboo ones, if you haven't used one before and you're only used to plastic's obviously got that really nice smooth texture in your mouth. If you are wanting to transfer over to bamboo, some people I know don't like wetting their toothbrushes first, but definitely I recommend wetting it because it makes it a lot smoother because it's wood. Don't forget. What else is there? The Colgate one and the Aldi brand ones look very, very similar in design. They're the same shape. They've got like the same sort of bamboo design pattern on it. So it's basically a cheaper version. And they do colourful like bristle heads, which I think is really cool. My only concern with the Aldi one is they're coated in like a plastic film, and it's got like a plastic window, which is Tyler's new favourite thing he learnt.
Oh, greenwashing.
Yeah, I taught you that, didn't I? We go around everywhere and go greenwashing, greenwashing,
Yeah,
greenwashing.
all that time ago. But it's only a small amount, so it's not the end of the world, but it could be better.
It could. My only like all I would say is all the other Aldi eco products are amazing. I've got their reusable face, like makeup cloth pads, and they came in a proper full cardboard packaging. So I don't get why they couldn't use the same material on that as they did for the toothbrushes. But I guess it's all a learning curve, especially for new companies making these products. But
Exactly. I'd say it's obviously it's quite a good thing, and obviously as it's the packaging is made from 100% recyclable material, so it's not the end of the world about the packaging. But
but
I
you
know,
would have to look into your local council for what you can recycle, because I know where we live that would not be able to be recycled because we have got the lowest amount of recyclable material rate in the whole of the country. So what
oh
you could
no,
probably recycle, we can't, because we can't even recycle food containers or butter pots,
yeah,
which is a big blackthorn. But that's a completely another podcast. That will be a topic, because honestly, I could talk about that for hours. But
I've got a few facts here.
oh, you
If you
got
want
some
me to,
facts for me. I
I
love a fact.
do. Every year, over 3.6 billion plastic toothbrushes are bought worldwide. 1 billion toothbrushes are thrown away in the USA. And did you know it takes up to 1,000 years for a plastic toothbrush to break down? This means every toothbrush you have ever used, still exists on the planet, either in a landfill or even worse, the ocean. So they take 1,000 years to break down. So just think, if you're using a plastic toothbrush every single, say, 3, 4 weeks, that is going to stay on the planet pretty much forever at this rate.
But even when it breaks down, the plastic never disappears, and I think that's the most key and most vital part to learn. It's not going to disappear even if it's going to break down. It's going to turn into microplastics, which is just smaller pieces of plastics, which animals and sea life can ingest. And it's even a known fact, scientifically, I believe, that even we in humans have ingested plastic through eating fish and other things, because they're digesting our litter, which means we're ending up with it in our systems too, which is obviously not amazing.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't wake up in the morning and just fancy, I'm just gonna eat a quick plastic bottle. I don't really fancy that.
No,
But
it's not safe for anyone, sea life or humans. So if we can cut it out of our life slowly, it's better than nothing. But my only concern about Colgate, going back to the toothbrushes, £6 for a pack of two, £1.49 for a pack of two in Aldi. Same design, just a little bit different packaging. Why can't the more well-known brands make more affordable products for people who are on a budget? Because I know a lot of people who don't have £6 to spend on a toothbrush. I remember before I got the Colgate stuff, I could barely spend over £1 on a tube of toothbrush. We young people don't get money, like not much, and people are making such expensive branded products, and we need to bring the cost down to make it affordable for everyone, I think. So it is an alternative for people, because at the moment it isn't an easy alternative for everyone.
exactly, and as well, especially as something as important as brushing your teeth, I don't think it should be that that much money because it's not cost effective. You need to brush your teeth to keep up with personal hygiene, to keep up with personal appearance as well, and it just seems like you need to have quite a lot of money to be able to spend money on a toothbrush like that, but also doing your part to save the planet as well. And I think there's a fine line between them, but it's just not very cost effective.
No, but it's not even just with toothbrushes, isn't it? It's like water bottles. Why are you going to spend like £30 on a water bottle? I know it's cost effective in the long run, but in the now, when you want to buy it, you don't have that sort of money. So it's quite difficult for everyone, I think, for every product. Like shampoo bars are usually like nice ones. I think I spend at least £6 on mine, but I've been using them for over a year since last May, and I've only used three, and one was a travel sized one, and that lasted ages.
Yeah,
And they last longer than shampoos. You can go through a bottle of shampoo within like 2 weeks, and they're like
exactly.
£3-4, and
Exactly.
these are lasting me months.
Why do you think it is that brands are putting up the prices on plastic free items? Why do you think that is?
Money, profit. Companies, I think, especially high, well known companies, they like to do greenwashing and say
Yeah.
the product's more ethical, like with some straw companies. They say they're eco friendly and then they tie them up with hard plastic cable tie zip ties, or they stick them in a hard plastic coating but say they're eco-friendly. Yes, the item is eco-friendly, but what you have wrapped it in isn't, and you need to think about all aspects when you're trying to make an eco-friendly product, not just the product itself. The packaging and everything else is also crucial. Companies also see it as an opportunity, definitely as a money maker, because someone's like, oh yeah, you get the environmentalist and they'll buy it because it's good. Or people will be like, oh yeah, it's better for the environment, so they'll have to buy it because there's no other choice. Because eco-friendly products are usually a little bit pricier, very hard to find them at a very affordable price. Especially, I think hygiene products are the most expensive out of everything. Cleaning products aren't as expensive because you can home make a lot of it.
Yeah, but I think when it comes down to hygiene and keeping yourself sort of in good shape, I think a lot of it gets quite sort of priced up, and I think it becomes a lot more expensive, which in my opinion I don't understand that. I don't get that. I don't get why, you have to have quite a bit of money to even warrant wanting to save the world by buying sort of less plastic or plastic free products to use.
It's kind of like we're getting punished for it in a way.
Sort of, and that's why I appreciate uh like refill shops, recycling shops, plastic free shops, because they are doing their part to save the planet. And they're obviously, people don't know what a refill shop is. You can take a bottle, such as a hand wash bottle or a washing up liquid bottle,
Or
and they
even your
will fill it
food
up for you.
containers.
Exactly, and they will fill it up for you at, obviously, at a cost, but it will cost less in the long run. And even straight away, it will cost less because you're doing your bit to save the planet. And I think that's quite a big thing that they want to promote.
100%. I definitely recommend you researching where your local refill shop and going to it is. I'm definitely going to talk a lot more about that in the next one, but we are almost at the end of this podcast. But I just wanted to quickly talk about a little campaign we started, I think, just under a month ago, probably, called hashtag Litter Spotter.
Yes, that's quite a big campaign for us too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not gone as far as I'd like it so far, but people are definitely talking about it that I know. And this is all you've got to do. Clearly, if you go for a walk, you will see litter in your car, you'll see litter on the side of the road, in car parks, on the beach, anywhere. I'm guaranteeing you'll see a bit of litter. I'm not saying pick it up because sometimes it is not safe to pick it up because of sanitary issues, and you've got to also think about your health when picking up litter. So if you are going to do a litter pick, I do recommend you have the correct protective equipment on you. But all you need to do to take part in the hashtag litter spotter campaign is snap a photo of the litter you see when you're out and about, and then post it on social media on Facebook or Instagram. I nearly forgot what it was, and use the hashtag and tag the Imperfect Recyclist in it, and I will comment and I will share it because it will make my day to see if people have done that. Because I just really want to spread the knowledge that littering is bad, and especially at the moment where we've got so many tourists coming in, litter is just flying all over the place, and it breaks my heart. And I would love if we could work as a whole big community to sort this issue out.
Exactly. And I think once we get the word out, we can start pushing it even further. And I think that's quite a good thing for us.
I really do agree. But unfortunately, I think we've had a great episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you think there's anything we could have improved on, please let us know. This is definitely our first time doing a podcast, so everything's a bit new for us.
Exactly. And obviously, if there's any problems with audio, if there's any things that you think we can improve on, if you've got podcast or audio experience, please let us know. Like we said, we're on Facebook, Instagram. We're now on YouTube. We've got our email that we've plugged already. Um,
Everything
if
will
you've
be
got
in the
any
description.
Exactly. But if you've got any topics you want us to talk about, please inbox us or email us, because we'll be more than happy to actually speak about that. And we can even feature you on the podcast if you want to. And we'll just go from here. But this is the benchmark. This is the first step.
Beginning of something new.
Exactly. And I think that's
Um,
what we wanted to start for a while. So
yeah, and we'll just love to chat to you. We'd love to know who our audience is and get to know you on a personal level. I think that's a really key thing for social media people to do, because we want to know about you and your personal journey. It shouldn't just be about us. It should be about everyone's personal journey, and I really can't wait to see where this takes us.
exactly. Hopefully, it's all in the same direction and it's in the right direction. That's what I'm hoping.
So thank you if you've managed to listen to us for the whole thing. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next week for all things upcycling.